I had a look at her ad account, and that's when the truth comes out. She spent 90% less. Here's the dark side of marketing industry they don't want you to know, and how brand strategy can protect you from it. So the first one, agencies might convince you that you need to spend more money on advertising or increase the ad spend. But the truth is, if you actually have the right target audience nailed down, each dollar that you spend on ad, it will give you more return on investment. Here I got one example. My sister is running a restaurant and she hired someone to do Facebook advertising for her, but then her sales is not quite as expected. So I offer my help and ask for the report, and that's when the truth comes out. Her advertising was scattered. So her ad was shown to the person that are not even interested in coming to this place. The result of that, she got a mismatched client walk into her restaurant and they ended up leaving her negative reviews because it's either they cannot afford the service and that has impacted her Google reviews rating. And it's all because there's a mismatch in the pricing, the expectation of the client, and the service they're providing. For example, when you go to a restaurant and a dish costs you $10 and that person can only afford $1 per meal, that person will leave your restaurant a 1-star review saying that everything is too expensive. And that's the mismatch in the ideal client and your business. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I would call it a negative ROI because she pays for that person to come in and that person leave a negative review. It's just because the mismatch of the target audience. And not only getting the wrong audience in, the ad was shown to the person who's sometimes not even interested in your business. They either cannot afford and you already spent money to show that ad to them. They are not even near your restaurant, so they can't even commute to your place. Some of them they don't really need your service right now. For example, if you provide services to elders and you show ads to an 18-year-old guy, it's just a waste of money. So this is where brand strategy comes in. We help you nailing down the ideal target audience and make sure that each dollar you spend on ad gives you positive return. What I did to my sister's restaurant is that I refined her target audience to the point where she spent 90% less on her ad spend. And now the customer that comes into her restaurant, they only 5 stars review. And that is because the target audience and the restaurant and the value that she provides, they match perfectly. So there will be no more disappointment from the customer because they expect something else, they expect cheaper price, or they expect something that is completely out of range. That's why my brand strategy comes in. We help identify target audience and help realigning the brand with your customer. Also, one more thing. I remember my sister say that sometimes there are some strange customer coming in and they only order just a drink. And all they want to do is just take up a corner and do something that I shouldn't say on a public space. And now she doesn't have that problem anymore. The next dark side that will be when you're not converting or your sales are going down or stagnant. Some agencies or some specialists might offer you a rebranding or redesign logo. Not all businesses need rebranding. Agencies sometimes they just slap black and gold and call it premium luxury, and that's not how it works. For example, a resort called the Sixth Sense. I'm not sure if it's 5 stars or 6 stars. They're not sponsoring this video, but I really wish they're sponsoring me one day. I really like that hotel. They're not using any black and gold color, but they have provided one of the most luxurious experience I have ever had. Just one week before I traveled, They send me an email and ask me for my preference of the firmness of the pillow, the toiletries that I would like to use during the stay, and the scent that I would like to have in my room. And that really stuck, that you feel safe and cared for, and you know that everything will be okay. You're in good hands. And that's actually what a premium luxury branding is the experience that the customer feel that when they give you money, everything will be okay. How to save yourself from this marketing, rebranding, redesign, logo miss? So this is where my brand clarity can help. I can show you if you really need a rebranding or logo redesign. Next thing is they might come up to you and offer you a website redesign, and that might cost you another 20 to 50K. And the website redesign, it will only make you feel fresh, not the customer. And sometimes it's still not converting even. So website redesign doesn't mean that it is going to convert straight away. You have to know where to place some certain elements, some certain messaging, and make sure that all of your target audience actually gets the message and they have that urgency to take action. And that's converting. And this is where my clarity audit also comes in to save you from the whole website redesign drama. I can actually show you if you really need it and what's the quickest fix that can get you the biggest and fastest win that you can get right now. So this is why I'm doing this YouTube channel, to inform you so you can make the best decision. Whether you need to pay more for ad spend or redesign your website or rebranding. I'm Barely. I help entrepreneurs with brand strategy, find a target audience, and build a brand that truly reflects their passion. Thank you for listening. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.